This is day 2. It's pretty much nighttime right now. So Pat woke me up. What time?
12:30.
12:30. Can you believe? The man that goes to bed at 8:30 wakes up at 12:30 now. It was good yesterday. I think it was just, we went to bed at like 2 the first night because we came in and, you know, we had to get into the room and stuff. Yeah, yesterday, I actually thought we would sleep early. As soon as I hit the pillow, my mind just went wild. The inefficient way of coming over jet GABA and L-theanine, apparently it doesn't work. But what I always do, I do the zinc, I do the magnesium, and then earplugs. I would probably say earplugs and the mask is the best way to get over it, because you are, when you're in a new environment in particular, you're always like alert. You know what I mean? You're like, this is not my bed, this is not my room, I can hear something. So the earplugs just like knocks you out calm. You can just like let go. And then the eye mask as well is just, you know, you're not gonna wake up at 6 with the sun goes up because it's dark. And then really just to sink in the magnesium. That's what I try to do normally. And yeah, last night didn't work, but I still didn't get up. You know what I mean? I was just laying there and I probably fell asleep at like 2:33, but I slept until 12:30. What is that, 9 hours? Anyway, time for coffee now, and then we will get on with the day. We just have coaching calls today. I'll have a couple of calls, Pat have calls, and then we're gonna do gym. We're gonna buy a Nike hat. We're gonna get coffee now, get sunlight. Yeah, man, come along today. We'll start the event tomorrow, and that's gonna be the next 3 days, and it's gonna be go, 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 non-stop every single day. So it's gonna be good fun, but today, I'm probably gonna do half a sleeping tablet tonight just to rip the Band-Aid at like 10, 11, and then see when we wake up. But yeah, man, let's grab some coffee. When you go out anywhere now in the world, if you like coffee, okay, you like strong coffee, you're never gonna get as good coffee as you actually do in, I'll just say, Australia and Bali so far is the 2 places in the world that you get the best coffees. They know how to just make a strong, long black, and it's basically the same thing. But when you go to America, when you go Starbucks, it's a good one. If you ask for an Americano, you will get like a medium cup, which is actually larger than a small cup, and it would be close to filter coffee taste. It will be a lot of water. So then what you do instead, you order a double espresso, and then you just fill up with your own water. So anywhere where you don't trust the coffee, just get the beans, grind it in the cup, and then you just load your own water into it. Okay, after taste. So yeah, we're getting some custom hat made right now. I actually didn't even know, but that is sick. This store here is sick. So we're looking for Nike hats, and I'm not kidding. I've probably been since I started making t-shirts and clothing and stuff. I've been wanting caps since day 1, but oh no, it's too difficult. No, we can't find any hats. We can't print it on. There we go. We made Matey over here. He can do it in 5 minutes. So fuck you. You can't make hats. That's what we do. Look at this. You like this hat or what? Patrick couldn't wear his hat right now. We can wear t-shirts, but not the same hats at the same time. Where are we going for dinner? Do you feel like steak?
Yes. There we go. Done with
dinner number 2. Okay, dinner number 2. Same place, same food. Okay, we had pancakes, we had ice cream, we had mashed potatoes, we had the whole shebang. That was in Caesars again. And we're walking through Caesars back over to Bellagio to get ourselves home so we can get ready for tomorrow. Here we are, freaking breaking the jet lag once and for all. Went to bed last night, 11, woke up at 2. I was like, okay, this is it. I'm not gonna sleep anymore. Put 2.5 men on. That's better than chamomile tea, sleeping tablets, and fish oil all together. You're getting knocked out when you watch that. So yeah, time for the event. today. We're gonna start right now today. And yeah, we're just gonna hit the gym right now, very quickly in the building, and then we're gonna walk over there and then get started. That was it. Less than 20 minutes, getting a workout in before. That is the hack, my friend. If you don't already do it, okay? Feels so much better. Why? One, because you are up with the sun early. Two, you break a sweat straight away. You get in your own little head, put the music on, have Patty whisper in your ears, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And then 1, 2, 3, you go. What do most people do? They wake up, they roll out of bed, they probably drink a coffee right away in the morning, they don't drink water. And then they might have a little croissant, okay? And that's how they start their day. And God bless them and their digestive system very, very soon. Oh yeah, that's good. 8:24 right now, starts at 9. We like to be early. We're on the way to the MG Grand right now, where the event starts at 9 o'clock. And yeah, we'll see how much we can film from in there, but it's gonna be a good day today. I'm very excited, very excited. Landed, my friend, at the MGM Grand. But what we do care about now, it's meeting a lot of people. Like, I've been to a lot of these conferences right now, and oftentimes we think like, yeah, it's about, you know, what you're gonna learn in that conference. It's not really, you know, there's gonna be a nugget and a philosophy and a thought process that you're gonna take away from that. But it's more for the entertainment. There's gonna be a lot of celebrities and that sort of thing. It's gonna be a lot for that. But the real thing you're here for, it's who's sitting next to you, who's sitting behind you, who's outside. There's so much, you're hearing these sort of things, there's so much business and connection that's being made literally in the hallway when you're walking in. From my own feedback so far, it's definitely not what it used to be. There's something about like the atmosphere. If it's cold and it's like the lighting, then you feel like the room is cold and it's not like the one in 2020 when I was there. It was a lot bigger, the room, but it was completely black. You know what I mean? And then the lighting was just kind of like creating that dynamic. So you really felt like you were being taken on an experience. Here it was a little bit more lit up. Some of the seats were empty, and then it was just super cold. Yeah, man, they opened up the freaking event pitching the freaking sales system as they're pitched for the last 6 weeks online. I've seen all the webinars and the events and that sort of thing the last 6 weeks. I don't know, like, maybe it's because I've seen all of what they've done in and out so many times. I'll be completely transparent. I'm not here for the event, I'm here for business. Okay, I'm here to connect with people. As I said to Pat in here right now, we just had lunch. I'm like, where are we gonna sit? We find a table where the people don't look like us and we sit down, boom. We go to a table, how old was he in front of us? 50, 60 years old. There's 3 guys in solar sales, 35, you know what I mean? Then there was a couple, there was in roofing and stuff. All our clients, okay? The guy that was sitting next to me, nice guy, you know what I mean? Wedding his first baby, 35 years old, and probably need to lose 15 to 20 kilo. And what do you think happened? They ask, what do you do? What do you guys do? What are you up to? And of course, you know, like, we're in that space, this is what we do. But also, like, we're living a quite different lifestyle than most people, you know what I mean? So they're like, oh wow, from Bali? What the fuck? How are you doing that? What are you doing? So the whole table, we basically got the able to explain exactly what we did and how we're doing it, and they were asking follow-up questions and that sort of thing. To 7 people, whatever, they're sitting around that table, they're all in our sphere of people we want to connect with. I'm not here to freaking do this. Not even this. This is a lot, you know what I mean? I'm here to connect with people, okay? And so should you. The one thing I took from the first morning of the session, it's like you need to have your intention clear straight away. Your target, your goal, but your intention about what do you actually want to get out of it, it's everything. Because without that, you're just gonna walk around and you're gonna think it's all fun and it's all bubbly and it's all interesting and it's light and it's speakers and that sort of thing. We even brought our notepads and stuff. And that's like tomorrow, like I'm not even gonna use that, you know what I mean? Because the event here is not about notes, you know what I mean? There's more philosophy. there is like ways of thinking, and I'm just using my phone. Okay, I'm literally just using my phone to take notes on here. So this is my notes from this morning. Okay, day one. What's your target? What do you truly want? Does it excite you? Okay. To get to where you want to, you have to give up being comfortable. Whatever you do, there's always a negative, meaning there's always consequences of a choice that you're making. Don't think about where you are, but think about where you want to be. Have an exit in mind when you're building out your plan. Have an exit in mind, and I've heard that many times talking about business and stuff. Always think about how do you make this valuable for a potential person to come in and potentially buy. The way I built things in the beginning was just me. You know what I mean? Fun, let me learn something, let me put something in place and let me do something. But the way I'm thinking now, it's like, I don't want to be doing that one task anymore. I want to build a system that other people can apply themselves into and do. And that is basically the mindset that we should, and we need to get into in the beginning. You know what I mean? It's like having that exit in mind. You heard this saying, like, have the end in mind and what you will, okay? Success breeds haters. Always get what I want in another way. Okay, focus on where you want it to be. If you sit in fear, you can never move forward. Fear is an indicator of the path you must take. If you're not scared, you're doing it wrong. Okay, that's it. That's all the notes I needed to take. You know what I mean? And I think my biggest takeaway from this here is to get to where you want to get to, you have to give up being comfortable. That for me is like literally just all I take for this morning. How much uncomfortable are you? That is your indicator of how much you actually are growing right now. I truly believe that. All right, so come with us in here, and then we're gonna see the next half. I think we're gonna do the party tonight and stuff, and then we're gonna do the next part of the setting right now with the speakers and stuff. So yeah, I'm super pumped, super excited. This guy, how much have you lost?
Yeah, 46 kilos.
Okay, you won't recognize him. Done deal, my dear friend. That was day one of the Growth Conference. Eric Trump, there was a lot, okay? Become a winner, believe and speak from your heart, speak with confidence and conviction. That's a big one for me. I never really want to go out and show up to all these events, but I can't tell how many times I meet someone or something happens from simply just being in the room, just show up. I think that was the biggest one. There we go, my friend. Good morning. Day number 2, the Growth Conference. I put my little 2.5 minute on, fell asleep for like 10 minutes. Now it's all good. So we're going over to a breakfast kind of thing with Tan and Chedester right now. And then we're gonna do a podcast afterwards, which is gonna be good. I had a really good chat with him yesterday, you know what I mean? So for selfish reasons, I've already asked him what I wanted to ask him, you know what I mean? So I'm all good, but it's gonna be nice. There's gonna be some good people there. This morning we're gonna meet and then go directly to his suite. What we talked about yesterday in terms of like showing up and stuff, I was even just laying last night. I think it's fascinating to see what you can tell yourself that you need to be ready for or need to be fresh for, where oftentimes it's just in the mind. Meaning, what is the amount of times have you said like, oh, I don't want to do that right now, or oh, I'm not slept well, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna take it easy today, I'm just gonna do that. Versus if you're like, for example, we're over here right now until Friday. I literally don't care about sleep right now, kind of. You know, I would love to sleep, but like I know I'm jet lagged, I know it's just gonna be not the best thing. And I'm just like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be here today, tomorrow, another 3 or 4 days. And then I'm like, I literally just like comfort myself. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be home in like 4 days, you know what I mean? In my own bed, sleep good again. But while I'm here right now, I wanna like do everything I can, meet as many people as possible, do as many things. Do I want to go there now at 7 o'clock and sit down? Not really, you know what I mean? Did I want to sleep another hour? Sure. But it's like you can convince yourself and communicate to yourself often and get yourself to do things often that you normally wouldn't do. You know? Bang. Bang. That was like, what, 5 hours? Yeah. We did a little meet up with Tanner and them, and there was, I don't know, 10 people in the room. really nice. Just hang out, you know, ask question, Q&A kind of style. Yeah, we did the podcast afterwards. Great guy, you know. So I've actually worked with Tana, keep calling him Tana. Tanner and them many years ago. He was one of the first one I got some consulting from. Worked with his brother. But yeah, just super nice guy, you know what I mean? Big on the social media, like the consultancy space. Hearing his journey in regards to going, like he's been doing 100+ million in the last 6 years, getting to $1 million a month, you know what I mean? 25 million in 1 year, like just hearing the perspective on money and like what success is and what drives you and these sort of things, you know? The notes from the last speaker was Martha Stewart. Authenticity is key. Be a doer, be a thinker, and learn something new every year. That was the 3 notes I had for her. The other guy, a little bit more energy, Bob Duggan. So success is a process. Fear is a spiritual error. Protect and expand your space, your headspace, like constantly being that creativity. Look at the source of everything and go for it, okay? You can be the cause of it, because if you go to the source, you can be the cause of it. What's your future success? Stay focused on that. You don't need another book. I love that one. Investigate before you invest. Look at alternatives before purchasing. So see the positive and the negative, okay? It depends on what you buy. Always have the end user in mind when you create anything. I love that one. Always have who's gonna use whatever you're doing, who's gonna watch this video, who's gonna use your products and service. Always have that person in the end in mind when you're creating that. And then the last one, which is a great one, okay? Give more than you take anywhere you go.
What was your biggest learning today?
Hire slow, fire fast. I think that's really important. What Tanner was saying about the people you work with in business, I think is really important, and the team you build.
You are a product of your environment, okay?
We're sitting in like GM Grand right now. You can have party, okay? You can have gambling, you can have strippers around you, and you can have, you know, good entrepreneurs around you, and you will always adapt to that environment, okay? So it's like the people you have around you is everything.
Morning. I'm looking at Slack every morning with the team, and I'm looking at the stats and that sort of thing, and I'm so confused opening up. The shift ended, shift started. Everything is from yesterday. What day are we on? It's because you're like 16 hours behind over here. Isn't it wild? 18 hours to Australia. So Adrian is 18 hours ahead, pretty much a day ahead. And we're going to the event last day. And then we have a podcast with Shane, really, really nice guy we got together with.
Beautiful. First morning done now. What was his name? Jimmy Jones? Yeah, so $2.4 billion Jimmy Jones, sandwich maker. Great energy, great notes. We're just gonna head out right now. We're literally in and out 1 hour. We're gonna do the podcast right now with Shane. Oh my God, okay. Went from 0 to $80 million portfolio in 6 years, okay. Grew up in a trailer park, and I'm gonna talk with him about networking. I'm gonna talk with him about team building. I'm gonna talk with him about real estate. I'm gonna talk with him about money and success. So stay tuned, super excited. We just finished the podcast right now with Shane, incredible business owner, but most importantly, incredible human being. Yeah, I said that to Patrick. This is probably the best podcast that I've done. An hour and 45 minutes. I thought we were speaking for half an hour. Talk with him about how he's doing his investing in real estate. They have a very unique way of doing it. This guy's obviously smart as hell in terms of like what you do, how you do it without money and stuff. But it wasn't even about that I really got away from him. It's how he is as a human being. That's actually the book reminder. I need to pop that in. It's called Integrity by Glenn Stern. Integrity by Glenn Stern. You could see how that reflected that completely. day in Las Vegas. I'm heading back tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Yeah, we're heading back to Dragon, what is it called? Dragon's Lair gym for a last little session. We'll bring you on. We're gonna train back today, back biceps, and it's gonna be good fun. So what we're basically going on right now, so we've done the row over there, we've done basically 3 different rows that kind of like hit more or less overall the whole back. Then what we're gonna go over to now is this one there, which becomes like a high pull, okay? And if you don't have a machine like that, again, it goes back to what I said, you would have to like do a bend over and then go up. You would have to do shrugs, okay, with dumbbells, and then bending over and then shrugging more behind, you know what I mean, instead of going straight up. So this is again just, you know, if you want more volume around your traps, your back, your rear delt area, you gotta do a lot of the shrugs movements into your back movement. So some days I would actually just do upper back, so a lot of rear delt, a lot of shrugs, and a lot of high pulls and stuff. So yeah, come and check it out here. You can see that it's a lot about the angle, but then it's more about how you are mentally connecting to your traps movement. A lot of the times we do back, I would say 90% of people just pull with their arms, okay? They have no clue about where the fuck they're pulling. But when you start actually disengaging your arms and your hands, you start pushing more with your elbows and engaging your back, then it's all about just where am I training, lats, lower lats, center, upper lats, or am I more in the middle? Am I more up here? You know what I mean? And that's close grips and high pulls that get you more into the center and the upper back. Let's finish now with rows, and then we're going over to pullover over here right now to finish up with back. And I haven't even done this machine for a very, very long time. The reason why we're doing it in that order is because you want to exhaust your muscles, okay? You want to get the heavy stuff out of the way. You want to do a lot of the row stuff first. And then you go over and finish on a pullover and stuff. And then we're going to do a bit of rear delt at the end. And then basically just smash out biceps there. And that's how I structure all my workouts. I pull legs, I warm up, and then I get the compound movements out of the way first. Focus on strength, you know, 8 to 12 reps, really wrecking it out, 3 to 4 sets. And then now here in the last part of the session, I'm focusing a lot more on volume, like so supersets, drop sets, you know, like really just maxing it out and really just pumping the last blood into the muscles. Gotta engage. If I just move this shit, I'm not feeling anything in my back. So you gotta know the movement you wanna feel and engage that when you're down. You wanna think, where do you wanna feel this? And you wanna feel this in your lats in the middle. So you see here, you get a lot more stretch in your lat and a lot more contraction. Yeah, so basically finished now, back, row. Okay, you saw we did the pullover and then we did the rear delt as a superset. So you can see we pretty much split it up like half rows in the bottom part, in the center part, the bigger muscle part, and then we're finishing up at the top just because I need more top, I need more shrugs, I need more upper traps and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can see how we wrap that around very quickly. Now we're going to biceps, so we're pretty just gonna do the picture curl or whatever it's called, the machine, and then we're gonna do some dumbbells, and that's pretty much it. I can't explain how grateful I truly am for the ability to really just live a life that I'm doing and being able to connect with
super successful people. And sometimes I'm like, I have to pinch myself that how are we able to move forward in life, you know what I mean? And what I will say that and take credit for as an individual is that you have to be willing to put yourself out there. You have to be a learner, a student, growth oriented, okay? Because I would never be able to get to where I'm at today and be connected with the people I'm at today if I didn't have this energy and this mindset that they want to be attracted to. Like why do you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's you first. It's you being better, you being healthier, you being more fit, you having more energy, you're learning new skills, you are developing yourself, because without that, you're not going to attract the opportunities, okay? But I'm still like, oh my God, I'm so blessed and I'm so fucking grateful to be able to live a life that I've created, and it brings emotions to me, because it's just a lot of the times we don't see all the work we do every single day, but it matters. Every single fucking thing you do matters, my friend, okay? And that's the thing we just gotta remember. Keep going, keep learning, keep evolving, and phenomenal things is on the horizon. And if we can learn to do it every day and learn to explore and learn and enjoy the small things every day, we're winning, not just with the bigger things. All right? I'll see you soon.